Hello, my name is Raneem Ismail, and as you can see, my presentation will be about Franklin Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt, also known by his famous initials FDR, the D stands for Delano, so Franklin Delano Roosevelt, served as the 32nd President of the United States, and he was known as the longest running president. So FDR Roosevelt was born on the 30th of January 1882 in New York. He was born into a wealthy family and was an only child. He had a private tutor until the age of 14, so in 1896 he attended school for the very first time. In 1900 he went to Harvard University and got a degree in history. After that he attended Columbia Law School, but he dropped out after passing the New York bar exam. In 1904, Franklin married his fifth cousin Eleanor Roosevelt. Together they had 6 children. As you may know, not all relationships are perfect, and so theirs wasn't either. Um, Franklin was accused or had an affair with Lucy Mercer, and when Eleanor found out, Roosevelt promised to never see Lucy again, but unfortunately he broke that promise, and Eleanor actually never truly forgave him, and their marriage from that point on was more of a political partnership. So Eleanor decided to move into a separate house, and she devoted herself into her own social and political life. So I'll tell you more about his political life before his presidency. In 1910, he entered the politics and he won the first election. He got selected as senator of the state of New York. In 1913, after Woodrow Wilson was elected president of the United States, Roosevelt was asked to be the secretary of the U.S. Navy, and he accepted that. After 7 years working for the U.S. Navy, he decided to enter the election for vice president, but he did not win. One day, Roosevelt found out that he could no longer walk on his leg, he couldn't feel anything in his legs anymore. So they called a lot of doctors to look into his situations to see if there was a cure or something, but most of them had no idea until a doctor diagnosed him with polio. Polio was a common disease and that can cause paralysis. So at the age of 39, he lost the function of both his legs. But he did not let himself get ruined by his sickness, and in 1928 he became governor of New York. So now about his presidency. So he was the longest running president, and so because he won a record of 4 presidential elections. His first term started in 1932. Around that time, there was a economic crisis going on in America, so most of the workforce was unemployed. This was a Great Depression. And so Roosevelt proposed a national social security system that would prevent, or he hoped that it would prevent another economic crisis such as the Great Depression. That was a New Deal. Then his second term in 1936. This term started with a battle with the Supreme Court. The court did not like his economic programs because they thought that they were against the principles of the U.S. Constitution. His third term was around the Second World War. It was in 1940, and around this time he decided to enter the war because the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, a naval base in Hawaii, and this caused serious losses to American forces. So, and then his fourth term was very short. His fourth term started in 1944, but ended in 1945 because he died. When he was appointed president in 1944, he was very sick, and not a lot of people knew that. So just 1 year later, he passed away. Thank you very much for listening. This was my presentation.